You think you know love. But what if everything you've been told is wrong? What if love isn't found in another person, but in something we've spent our entire lives running from? Silence. Picture this. You're sitting alone in a room, no notifications, no buzzing phones, no one calling your name, just silence. For some, this is peace, a rare breath in a world that never stops shouting. But for many, it's unbearable. The quiet becomes deafening. The stillness turns into pressure. And without thinking, the hand reaches for the phone, for the remote, for anything that can pull you away from the weight of your own mind. But what if I told you what you're running from is the very thing that could save you? Because hidden in that silence is the foundation of something most people spend their entire lives chasing, but never truly find. Not just any love, a love that's unshakable, a love that's real, a love that begins not with another person, but with you. Stay with me, because the truth we're about to uncover, it will flip everything you thought you knew about love, relationships, and yourself. You see, society has sold us a story that love is out there, that we're incomplete, that our other half is somewhere waiting to make us whole. Movies play it out perfectly, don't they? Two broken people collide in dramatic fashion, and boom, everything is fixed. But let's be honest, how many of those love stories end in heartbreak? How many relationships start in fire, only to burn out in silence? We don't fall out of love. We fall into ourselves and realize we never truly knew who was doing the loving to begin with. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages." But how can you be a friend to someone else if you've never learned to be a friend to yourself? Carl Jung called it individuation, the path of becoming whole. He warned us, if we skip this journey, our relationships become dependency. We don't love the person, we cling to them, not connection, attachment. And when that attachment is threatened, love turns to fear, to jealousy, to insecurity. Sound familiar? So many walk into love hoping to be saved, hoping someone will fix the ache they've never dared to name. But love that's built to rescue you will eventually resent you. Because here's the truth nobody wants to say. Solitude is not the absence of love. It is its birthplace. Loneliness is what happens when you don't know yourself. Solitude is when you finally meet that stranger living inside you. And when you do, when you really sit with your thoughts, your scars, your stories, you begin to build something no one can take from you. A love that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't crumble. Rainer Maria Rilke captured it best. Love consists of this: two solitudes that protect, border, and greet each other. Not two people completing one another, but two whole souls choosing to walk together. Let that sink in for a moment. Because if love is a house, solitude is the foundation. But how do we get there? How do we stop fearing solitude and start embracing it? It begins with reframing. Instead of asking, "Why am I alone?" ask, "What can I learn here?" Solitude isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's the gym for your soul, the forge where emotional strength is built. And what's forged in solitude? Resilience. The kind of strength that says, "I don't need you to complete me. I choose to love you because I want to, not because I have to." But this scares people, doesn't it? Because solitude forces you to face the mirror. And what do you see? The doubts, the regrets, the voices you've silenced with noise and busyness. Carl Jung warned us about this. He called it the shadow, the part of ourselves we pretend doesn't exist. But here's the thing. If you don't confront your shadow in solitude, you'll project it onto everyone you love. Your partner becomes your therapist. Your friend becomes your emotional crutch. And love becomes a battlefield where your wounds go to war. But when you finally face yourself, you stop needing others to heal you. You begin to love, not out of fear, but from fullness. Think about it. The strongest relationships, the ones that last, they're not built on desperation. They're built on choice. Not I need you, but I choose you. Not complete me, but walk beside me. Because here's the paradox. The more comfortable you are in solitude, the deeper your capacity for connection. Love becomes something you give, not something you use to fill the void. So where does this leave us? Should we abandon relationships altogether? Absolutely not. Love is beautiful, but it must come from a solid place, not a shaky one. Solitude is the training ground. It's where you grow, where you heal, where you become someone worth loving and capable of real love in return. The mystic Rumi said it best. Do not seek love. Seek to remove the barriers you have built against it. And where are those barriers hiding? In the parts of you that you've been too afraid to face. Until now. So what do you do next? You embrace solitude. Not as a curse, but as a gift. Start simple. Sit with your thoughts, journal, take long walks with no music. Let yourself feel what you've been running from. Build a friendship with yourself so strong, so unbreakable, that love becomes the overflow, not the lifeline. Set boundaries. Know your worth. Only invite in those who respect your peace. Because when you are no longer afraid to be alone, you are finally free to love without fear. Now let me ask you, are you in love or just afraid of being alone? Are you sharing your life or just trying to escape it? The answers to those questions could change everything. Because here's the final truth, the one most never realize. The relationships you attract mirror the one you have with yourself. If you fear solitude, you'll attract others who fear it too. And together, you'll build a relationship not on love, but on mutual insecurity. But if you embrace solitude, you'll meet someone who has done the same. And together, you'll build something rare, something powerful, something real. So, what will you do now that you know the truth? Will you keep chasing love, hoping someone else will fill the silence you've never dared to sit with? Will you keep reaching for hearts that aren't yours to hold, just to escape the ache of your own? Or will you stop? Will you sit, finally, in that quiet room and face the one person you've spent a lifetime running from? You, the one who has cried behind closed doors, laughed in moments no one noticed, and survived storms no one ever saw. What if the love you've been begging for, in glances, in texts, in fleeting touches, has been whispering from within all along? What if your healing was never in someone else's hands, but in your own stillness? Because when you finally choose to love yourself, not in theory, not in words, but in raw, honest presence, you stop needing love like a drug. You become it. And that's when love finds you. Not to rescue you, not to fix or complete you, but to reflect who you've already become. A whole soul, a quiet flame, a heart that no longer begs, but radiates. And that kind of love is unshakable, because it starts with you, and no one can take that away.